Today's topic, inshallah, is justice. The verse we'll be looking at is from Surah An-Nisa, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُكُمْ أَن تُؤَدُّوا الْأَمَانَاتِ إِلَى أَهْلِهَا. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands you to give back the trust to people who deserve them. وَإِذَا حَكَمْتُمْ بَيْنَ النَّاسِ أَن تَحْكُمُوا بِالْعَدْلِ. And when you decide between people, when you judge between people, do so with justice. إِنَّ اللَّهَ نِعِمَّ يَعِدُكُمْ بِهِ. Indeed, the commandments of God are beautiful for you. إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ سَمِيعًا بَصِيرًا. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all hearing and all seeing. This verse, as I said before, revolves around the topic of justice, about giving back to people the rights that they are owed. In Islam, you have to understand that there are two types of rights. There are the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which means we need to realize what it is that God has entrusted us with and make sure we're giving that back to Allah. That's why many of the mufassirin, when they comment on this verse, they say this verse includes everything from prayers to fasting to zakat. All of these things are things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. Our body is a trust. And we have to make sure that we give whatever was entrusted to us back to its owner the way it was given to us, or in a better state. That's the concept of self-rectification and beautifying the self, giving the soul, taking the soul back to Allah in a way that was better than when it was given almost. But there's another side of rights in Islam, which the Prophet ﷺ put so much emphasis on. And those are the rights of the people around us. What do people trust us with? And are we fulfilling that trust? Brothers and sisters, connecting to this verse is really just about connecting to the character of the Prophet ﷺ. I ask you, what was he known as before revelation? As-Sadiq al-Amin, the one who spoke truth and the one who always fulfilled and gave back what he was trusted with. This verse has a very interesting circumstance of revelation. See, in the days before the hijrah to Medina, when the Prophet ﷺ was in Mecca, there was a time where people would be allowed to go inside the Kaaba. And the keys to the Kaaba were with one particular family, the family of Uthman bin Talha, Bani Shayba. And so they kind of had the ability to let in who they wanted and stop who they wanted. One day the Prophet ﷺ, this is before Hijrah, the Prophet ﷺ is trying to go into the Kaaba, and Talha, Uthman bin Talha, he goes, not you, buddy. You can't come in. And at that moment, the Prophet ﷺ says some beautiful words. When he sees this type of injustice against him for no reason, other than because of who he was, he said to Uthman, he said, perhaps the day will come when that key is in my hand and I will be giving it to whoever I please. When Uthman bin Talha heard this, he said, if that happens, being under the ground is better than being on top of the ground, meaning I'd rather be dead than alive. Now let's fast forward to Fath Mecca, the conquest of Mecca, when the Prophet ﷺ came back conquering Mecca. When the Prophet ﷺ entered Mecca and he was ready to now enter into the Kaaba, he asked for Bilal and Abu Bakr and he sent them to go to Uthman bin Talha. Now Uthman bin Talha, he already knew that Muhammad ﷺ is coming, so he went to his mother and he gave her the key and he said, please hide this key wherever you can. So Bilal and Abu Bakr, they go to the mother of Uthman bin Talha and they say to her, give us the key. And she says, if you even stretch out your hand towards me, I'll cut your hand off. So Abu Bakr and Bilal, they go back to the Prophet ﷺ and they tell him what she said. Well, the Prophet ﷺ sends none other than Umar ibn Khattab. And Umar has this type of aura about him, this awe. So as he's walking to her house, before he even reaches the house, he yells out to Ummi Uthman and he says, give us that key. And she turns it over right away. Well, then the Prophet ﷺ has the key in his hand and he goes in the Kaaba and they remove all of the pictures and all of the idols and all of the things that were in the Kaaba. And then he comes back out and he sits down in front of the Kaaba. And as the Prophet ﷺ is sitting there, now this is the part we really need to pay attention to. Because in life there are times when we're up, when we're down, when we're oppressed, when we're in control. And the real test that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to see from us is when we have control, when we have power, how will we use that? Or will we abuse it? So at this point, Ali radiallahu anh, he's from Bani Hashim. Now really briefly, let's just take a look at the dynamics of the people of the Quraysh really briefly. The Prophet ﷺ is from the tribe of Banu Hashim. They're in charge of handing out Zamzam water to people. And Uthman bin Talha is from the tribe of Bani Shayba. They're in charge of opening up the Kaaba. This was how they kept things cool, give everyone something of meaning. Now, Abbas, who's a family member of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he sees the key in the Prophet's hands, he says, Ya Rasulullah, why don't you give the key to us so now we'll have the ability to give the water of Zamzam and we'll have the key to the Kaaba. The Prophet ﷺ remains silent and then he calls for Uthman again. Uthman bin Talha. When Uthman bin Talha comes, the Prophet ﷺ sits him down in front of him and he says, do you remember that day? And all of a sudden, there's a flashback. All of a sudden, Uthman bin Talha is taken many years back in his memory when he remembers the moment when he stopped the Prophet ﷺ from entering into the Kaaba and when he said to the Prophet, nope, you're not coming in. And he remembers what the Prophet ﷺ said to him, that maybe the day will come where this key will be in my hand and I will be placing it wherever I see fit. When that flashback, that moment happened, Uthman bin Talha, he said, no, you must be a true prophet of God. It was at that moment that the verses were revealed that we are studying today, where God said, Allah said to the Prophet, whenever you have something, give it back to those who were entrusted with that thing. He said, take this key, Uthman. No one will ever take it from you except that they are an oppressive person. And it is till today that that key remains in the progeny of Uthman bin Talha. Notice that the Prophet ﷺ didn't give preference to his own family. Notice the Prophet ﷺ did not destroy the social order just because he has power, but he recognized people. He put back in their hands what they had. And this is a blessing that the Prophet ﷺ is teaching us. وَإِذَا حَكَمْتُمْ بَيْنَ النَّاسِ, and then the verse says, and when you have to judge between people, don't be impartial, don't be one-sided, don't just look out for your clan, your people, but rather everything should be based on justice, on adl. And for us, we get that from Allah and from the Rasul. There are so many times in our families when things are not as we would like them to be, they're not ideal. Those are the cases that we need to turn back to the book of Allah and the Sunnah of Rasulullah. The last reminder in this verse is, Inna Allah ni'ma ya'idukum bi. Indeed, Allah has given you such beautiful commandments, and truly, in this month is when we should connect and live the Quran by realizing that these commandments are a blessing from Allah. May Allah make us amongst those who always uphold justice. May Allah always keep us on the right side of the truth. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Qalam is dedicated to the mission of making the knowledge of this beautiful religion of Islam accessible to everyone. From the millions of people listening to the podcast, to the hundreds of thousands of people watching these videos, to the tens of thousands of people that are taking online classes, and so much more work that Qalam is doing, we here at Qalam are committed to continuing this good work. And this is where you come in. We're asking you to partner with us to secure your sadaqah jariyah of all the people that have benefited from Qalam, continue to learn from Qalam, and inshallah in the future will continue to learn and benefit from all the work that Qalam inshallah will continue to do. Please go to supportqalam.com and donate generously. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of us. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.